Rogue Legacy. Is it worth your time, your money? I've played for about 5-6 hours now. It's a fun game. When you die, your heir fills your shoes and tries to continue on your legacy. So it's quite funny. Every time you play, you can have a different character, although they have quite a lot of similarities. It's a rogue-lite game, but you lose your money when you die, but you keep all your upgrades. You use your money to buy upgrades. So I'll just dive right in. I'm playing with joystick. So when you have died, you come in this screen. You choose your new heir, and you see they have classes, they have special traits when applicable, sometimes more, and then they have a spell. So there's the barbarian queen. Barbarian kings and queens, they can take quite a lot of hits, but they aren't very powerful. Assassin is quite powerful, but low stats. And the spelunker, they can collect a lot of money. They collect, I think, 10% or maybe even more percent of gold on gold drops, but they're also quite weak. What I'd like to start with is the barbarian queen, and then you can get the gold that you inherited from your father and mother, whatever. You can use it to upgrade your castle. So I have 10,000 gold, which is more than I've ever gotten. Last one was quite alright. So, and these plus signs show you at a glance what you can buy. So at the moment I can buy about everything, and what I am considering buying is my gold gain up. So anytime I have a good run, I end up with a lot of gold. I've already upgraded this to 30%, so instead of an enemy dropping 10 gold, now I get 13. And there's also chests that give you 30% more, and that can be quite a lot, especially if you defeat a boss. So I think I'll do that. The best strategy is to, when you have the money, to buy the more expensive ones, because you can't save up money. You really need to earn it and then spend it on something big. Death Defy. No, I think I'm going for maybe some more health. Or let's save some money and go outside to the other characters. This is the smith. The blacksmith, you can buy new weapons, armor. What does this do? Nothing. Oh, plus that gives me extra gold. Let's see. You see their weight. I can't really carry any more armor, so I may have to upgrade my the weight that I can carry. Let's see if there's some. These are magic runes that can upgrade your stats, like a vampire rune. Killing enemies will drain them of health. And you have a double jump, and they can stack, so you can also have triple jump, quadruple jump. Let's see, there's a new one here, but this is better. This is slaying enemies grants HP and MP. So MP is your magic points. That's great. Okay, so now I have a rune in every piece of equipment, and I have 259 gold left, which buys you exactly nothing at this point. In the beginning it's a lot cheaper, but then again, in the beginning you're a lot weaker and you don't get very far in the castle. When you enter the castle again, you meet Sharon, and in the beginning you need to give him all of your money, but I upgraded it so I can get to keep 40% of my money. So like I said, in the beginning you won't get very far because you're quite weak, you don't know all the enemies and how to best defeat them. So I thought it was quite frustrating in the beginning, but then when you upgrade a few stats you get stronger, you can take more hits, etc. And then works quite well. And this is a door for the final boss, and you need to defeat some level bosses to unlock this. There are 2 that I've defeated so far, so it does remember that you don't need to defeat that every time. And 2 more to go. So, and this castle is like the hub world. You do get a lot of enemies there, but there's a world to the right of it, to the top, to the bottom, and they have varying difficulty. So this castle is the easiest, and then the other worlds are harder. You can always look at your map where you are, and you see now I'm mostly one-hitting enemies because I've upgraded my damage. Still I'm taking too many hits though. And you saw earlier a painting attacking me, and that's one of the most annoying enemies, I think, because there's a lot of paintings in the castle anyway, and you need to take care that none of those paintings want to kill you. Okay, let's see. And then there are certain rooms with treasure chests, and they contain either money or a rune or a piece of equipment like this one. You can see on the map already what type of chest this is. This is going to contain gold. Money. And then there are fairy chests that contain runes, and you need to achieve some sort of objective to open it. Sometimes it's defeat all enemies, sometimes it's take no damage. Hopefully we'll come across one of those rooms. And a lot of gold is in things like chandeliers, but also tables and chairs. So I've gotten the habit to just destroy everything I find and collect the money. Although I did that for everything in the beginning, but I'm at the point now that when a run doesn't yield 2,000 or preferably more money, then it's not worth my time. So collecting all the little pieces of gold is usually not very efficient. So I try to look for chests, bosses. I try to go to the harder areas quickly so that I can earn more money. Actually, what I should do is really go for the world where I haven't defeated the boss yet, so I can give that a try. And occasionally you encounter rooms even in the castle with harder enemies, but then they will quite a bit of gold. So the world or the level that I need to go to now is usually on top of the castle map. Okay, so now I didn't make the objective for this chest, so you can't open it, and you do need to get back out of this fucking room. Okay, so I think I need to go back to the top right there, and luckily I have some rooms that help me regain health with these easier enemies, because I can kill them and then I get a few hit points back. You can see one of those paintings wiggle on the wall. It's not an actual painting, it's an enemy. I haven't been paying attention to any type of story in this game, but then again I don't think there is one, and I don't really care anyway. And I rarely use any magic, although it's sometimes very convenient, but you don't often need it, especially with these types of enemies. You can just kill them with your sword quite easily. uses the magic, like the axe you just saw. Okay, failed. Most of those objectives are quite hard, quite difficult, and sometimes you need special skills, special runes to complete them, so you can never really get all the fairy chests that you want. So this is the new world that I need to go to. I did encounter this boss once, and it's quite a difficult one. So I don't think I'll be able to kill it just yet, but I think I'll be able to get quite far in this world, and harder worlds also yield more gold, so it's always good to go there. So you're not working for half an hour for 1,000 gold, say, but you get a bit more. So you can collect pieces of meat from that enemies occasionally, and vials of magic points. I hate those paintings. Especially here, they also shoot. In the castle they just fly around, but here they also shoot. And they don't recoil from your hits. So they're quite difficult. So I always check any painting, well, occasionally, usually, for being an enemy or not, but sometimes especially when there's already a lot of other enemies, it's quite difficult. So in these kinds of levels there's a lot of things going around at the same time, and I'm quite often dying now. You don't need to kill all the enemies, you just need to get to the boss or get to the place that you want to go, but I do it because they can give gold and just because I want to. But it does make it a lot more difficult to survive, although sometimes when you decide to go through a room without killing the enemies, it just bites you in the ass, because then you get stuck and then you get thrown into a place where you didn't kill the enemies, and then this is a fake chest. Yeah. Done. Oh, I hate these. Okay, I'm going to die here, but I want the money. Okay. Well, I hope I collected enough money to have made it worth it. You get a quick summary of all the enemies that you've killed, and then you're back at the starting screen. There are a few different classes I can choose now, so that might be fun. I like the Hokage or the Hokage, whatever. Irritable bowel syndrome, okay, and coprolalia. That's not too bad, so I'll pick that one. 3000 is also not too bad. I'll go for, let's see, can I do, yes, I can do both, equip up and health up. So when I have the money I can buy some new equipment, and health is always nice. And this is a class that does the most damage, but has low HP. And I like that because then you can one-hit most of the things, even a lot of things in more difficult worlds. So let's see if I can go to one of the other worlds to show the variety there isn't a lot of variety in enemies, and when you know all of them here, you basically know the ones in the other worlds as well, but they sort of receive an upgrade, so they become bigger, stronger, they shoot more projectiles, etc. Oh, there's a jukebox, I can change the soundtrack, so let's do that. Those were one of the first enemies I encountered when playing it. I thought they were super annoying, and I still think they are very annoying. Just need to kill them before they start shooting. Whoa. This isn't going great, but my health total is still okay. These things are teleporters, so I can now teleport back to the beginning of the castle, which I won't do. This is the other world. So this is a forest world with blobs. Jeez. Okay, I'm really doing very great. Okay, regaining some health here. Just jumping straight into the fireball. Great job. Show one of the bosses. When you have defeated them, sometimes you can do them. Sorry, sometimes you can do them again. With the boss of the first level, I can do them again, but with this one, I can't really. The door's closed. Yeah, okay, so this is the door for one of the bosses, but as you can see it's closed and I can't enter anymore. So I'll see if I can find a boss maybe in just the castle. Yeah. Boss was only 140 gold for that, too bad. Let's see, go back. That's why I usually try to kill all the enemies, because if you have to backtrack, you can do it a bit more quickly. Is an altar where you can pray for assistance. Alexander's Obel. I've no idea what most of these things are, so I can't really tell you anything about that. Ooh. like this class because you can go through areas very quickly. The controls are quite responsive, but sometimes a bit wonky, I think, especially with this down attack. It's quite precise, and I'm almost dead to it. Because when you're used to Shovel Knight, doing a down attack is very intuitive and very easy. And here it takes a bit more practice. Here's the door to the boss. Although this is an upgraded version of the first boss, so I won't be able to beat this, most likely. But I will be able to show you what bosses are about. So this is just a big eye. I'll be dying quite quickly here, as you can see. I haven't made a single dent, basically. So that's one of the bosses. Usually you die, but because this is a replay, a Matrix-esque type of replaying the boss again, you get to just continue where you left off. Well, let's see if I can show the third and final, type of world, which is sort of hell type of place, or dungeon, whatever. So you need to go down. And the castle changes its rooms every playthrough, so it's procedurally generated. So when you know where everything is and you play it again, it's shifted. But what you can do is you can sacrifice some gold to lock down the castle. So if you know where the boss is and you want to practice, you can do so by, I think, paying 40% of the gold you're earning in the next playthrough. So this is the fourth type of world, and I think the hardest. Because there are usually quite a lot of enemies with a lot of projectiles, they do massive amounts of damage. So what I'm going to do is spam some magic and maybe I'm dead. Okay, so that's Rogue Legacy. That's basically all there is to it. You just play endless amounts of times, because especially in the beginning it goes very quickly, and then as you can see, these playthroughs about 5 to 10 minutes, and then you start over again. Occasionally you have a very good one, but I'm not nearly at the end of upgrading everything. So it's an alright game. It can be very frustrating in the beginning. There's no difficulty setting, so yeah, if you don't like difficult games, if you don't like biting through if you don't like working through the difficult beginning, maybe this is not for you. But otherwise, it's an okay game. It's a nice game, platformer, fighting game. So it's 15 euros on Steam. Check it out if you want to, and I hope you enjoyed the video.